There's no fucking bowing. None of my salutations, my greetings. None of that. Yeah. So, I know I said on Twitter, due to obligations, I didn't say what they were, but I probably wasn't going to be able to watch the game. So, I watched the game, the Eagles-Buccaneers game, yesterday. And, you know, there was a lot of us on Twitter, and there's a lot of expectations, you know, fake-ass Eagles fans, what have you, who, you know, already counted us out. Well, counted, quote-unquote, our own team out before we even stepped on the field. Okay? Now, granted, I'm not delusional to not acknowledge that Tampa Bay is a way superior team as far as the lineups. But if I'm a fan of my team, no matter how shit's looking, and keep this in mind, every single game, that 2017 Super Bowl, we were counted as underdogs. Alright? So I was hoping, even if we would have lost, we would give a good fight. And technically speaking, maybe the loss isn't as bad because we kind of are in position to get someone noteworthy to draft. I believe the score was 31-15 by the end of it. We was down 31-0. It was down 31-0, I think, for the first 3 quarters. Right? And shit was hideous. Like, the game was pretty much over in the second half, right? And everyone's saying, oh, the pass rush is getting to Brady. All we need to do is fix that. You know, continue doing that, and the offense gets some momentum, and we should be good. And I'm just like, okay, I guess that's all we need to do, right? We clearly didn't do close to that. What the fuck happened yesterday afternoon? From my own eyes. Alright? That's what we're going to talk about right now. No, I'm not showing no damn highlights, because number one, it's not a fucking highlight. Us getting our ass beat is not a highlight. Okay? Not only that, I'm not trying to get any more copyright claims. I think everything that's been said among people that watch the game, we're all in consensus. Some people say some stupid shit, which we're going to get into in a couple minutes. So, let's start with our beautiful offense, okay? Let's talk about Miles Sanders' future for the moment, because there's been rumors that he's going to no longer be an Eagle either after this season or the following. But he's on the verge of leaving. I cannot believe we're going to sit up there and let a Pro Bowl caliber running back go because we refuse to give him carries. Now, this is what people are going to say, refuting my statement. Oh my God, they were in the box the whole game. You know, they had 8 guys in the box. There's no way in hell we could have ran the ball with Miles Sanders. Listen, this is what I've seen the fucking Eagles do the entire time running the ball. Okay? When we were able to run the ball. You kept running it to the fucking outside the entire time. Kept doing toss plays, and the edge rushers were fucking demolishing us and kept stopping us in the backfield. Alright? There was no attempt to run in between the tackles. It was just all outside runs. None of this shit worked. I did watch a little bit of the Eagles post game, and Seth Joyner said it right. Just because that they got 8 guys in the box and they're expecting a run game doesn't mean we should go away from it. We just should run the ball differently. And guess what he suggested, which was absolutely correct. He said we should go in a spread formation, like a shotgun 4 wide receiver formation, something like that, where the guys are spread out, so that way the running back has room. This is what Seth Joyner said that I couldn't fucking believe. He said that Devontae Smith and Goddard are the only people that are good on this offense. Looking at Lane Johnson, Kelsey, Miles Sanders, when we actually give him the fucking ball and involve him on our offense, are they a joke to you? And then also this guy, I don't want to say his name wrong, but he's in his 2nd year. I think this is his 1st year starting for us. His last name starts with an M. He's been great. He apparently been snubbed for the Pro Bowl. And everyone is expecting too much out of Quez Watkins, right? Quez Watkins is a 3rd wide receiver option. He's not a 2nd wide receiver option. He damn sure ain't a primary wide receiver option over Devontae Smith. We can just deaden that shit right then and there. He's a nice 3rd wide receiver option, and who happens to be one of the biggest targets for Jalen Hurts, and comes through in tough 3rd down conversions, you know, third and long situations. He comes through, right? Everyone wants Quez Watkins to be this number 2 guy. He's not a number 2 guy. He is a third wide receiver caliber player, okay? And as long as we instill false expectations in this guy, you know, it just doesn't make sense to me. He's always been a guy that's a third wide receiver that's just, he comes through clutch moments, and he's a talented guy. That's not his part in the offense. That's not his role. You know, I told myself in the beginning of this game, watch Jalen Reagor gonna fuck up one time. He's gonna mess up one time. And he didn't disappoint me. Oh, he didn't disappoint me at all. Not only did he fuck up, now mind you, this wasn't even a drop pass. I mean, he let go of the football in that sense, but he didn't drop a pass. Dropped a fucking punt. He drove him up with a fucking punt, and the Buccaneers recovered. And at the end of the day, you know, I've always tried to act like, listen, it was fucking obvious that we should have drafted Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson and Devontae Smith both should be Eagles, okay? Like, we're not even going to get into, like, you know, the particulars about that. It was fucking obvious. I was even on Twitter, you know, begging us to draft Justin Jefferson. So that's just a no-brainer. And I've been trying to defend Reagor. I'm like, you know what? Reagor just needs some time to develop more into this offense. He has great speed, and he's capable of catching the ball. But it's just like, after the fucking lousy-ass press conference that he gave with the fucking terrible-ass performance against the Giants, and then just how he's, you know, because making mistakes is fine, but it's how you play and how you move forward from that that makes you, you know, a solid player at the very least. You know, he just hasn't proved that he can do shit. And frankly, no fucking team's going to want this guy. So we're just going to be letting go a player, a young asset. I don't think anybody's going to take a chance on it. I really don't. I don't see anybody taking a chance on Jalen Reagor. I can't, besides his speed, I guess, there's not really a strength for Jalen Reagor. It's just, you know, all it is just, he just reminds you of how Howie Roseman continues to be allergic to fucking bringing winning plays. Like, I don't want to sit there and praise the fucking Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? They did play hard. The game was taken away from them, from the little stupid-ass referee. But, hey, listen. At least the Cowboys go home with us. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. But Jerry Jones and that front office, they draft really, really well. They draft winning players. It's just that whether or not those guys show up, like the offensive line was fucking hideous for the Cowboys. But like I said before, as long as the Cowboys are going home with us, I don't give a shit. Right? And this was honestly, in my honest opinion, we'll see what happens next year. I feel like this year was their best year to make at least go to the NFC Championship. That's my opinion. And they could have very well, they had that roster to, you know, make a Super Bowl run. Now, granted, Michael Parsons was recovering from COVID, and you can definitely tell he was gassed and the stamina was, you know, whatever. And I gotta tell you, that guy, what the fuck is this guy's name? 55 on a cap. For some odd reason, his name is blanking. Vander Esch. Yes, Vander Esch. Talk about a fucking one-season wonder. He's a one-season wonder. Like, rookie year, I was like, oh shit, we have to do something. Now, all this nigga do is just get injured. And he literally is incapable of making a solo tackle. But like I said before, as long as the Cowboys got its deficiencies, that's on them. Clear evidence of a poorly coached team was put on display on Sunday. And, you know, you can say what you want about Dak Prescott. I'm going to give him his credit. He did the best he could. And I didn't see not one time that they tried to throw to the backfield to get Ezekiel Elliott or Tony Pollard involved in the passing game, to use them as a safety valve. Let's start talking about Jalen Hurts. I mean, whew. Boy, did he play like shit. And let me tell you something right now. If he wants to be the quarterback of the future, he's going to have to work his ass off, bro. Like, the same way Lamar Jackson worked when he had to learn how to throw the ball better, and he came back and won the MVP after his first full year starting. I don't think it was his first full year. I don't really care. But, like, you get my point. He worked in the offseason, and he made tremendous progress. That's the kind of work that Jalen Hurts is going to put in, right? And then I watched this press conference. He said all the right things, but god damn, man. You know, I've been trying to defend him time and time again. But when you continuously make the game hard, like, fuck the fact that you can't throw the ball, you're incapable of throwing the ball accurately, and you keep either underthrowing people or for the majority of the time fucking overthrowing. I think there was a meme that I saw on fucking whatchamacallit. So it was this guy on Twitter. He was making a meme in reference to the Quez Watkins thing, which in Jalen Hurts' defense, that wasn't entirely his fault. I think he was trying to throw where Quez Watkins was supposed to go, and he ran a bad route, and it was just some miscommunication. So I'm not going to pardon on that. Either way, they had like, you know, one of the Knicks games, somebody chucked the ball into the stands. It was supposed to be a half-court shot. That was funny as fuck. But anyway, that's pretty much that meme. He was doing that shit all game. He really was. He was doing that shit all fucking game. Okay? Stats said that he threw 2 interceptions. I honestly saw him throw 3 or 4 that were caught. I don't know if they threw that shit out because of the penalties, but I thought Jalen Hurts had 3 or 4 interceptions in that game. I know I wasn't fucking crazy. Y'all let me know in the comments, because I thought he threw 3 or 4. I was almost certain he fucking threw 3 or 4 interceptions that were actually caught. It's just that I don't know if the penalties offset. I don't know what the fuck happened. Either way, Jalen Hurts played horrific. And then, you know, take it what the defense gives you. You know, fuck the, like I said before, fuck the fact you can't throw the ball accurately. Alright? You're not taking what the fucking defense gives you. I mean, he missed Devontae Smith. I think it was a RPO. And he was, I think it was toward the end of the second quarter. Wide the fuck open. He missed him. You know, and Miles Sanders standing right next to him, misses him. Running, backup running back, standing right next to him, misses him. Goddard standing wide open next to him. And then the fucking post game to, oh, well, Goddard didn't play well because he had 1 drop. He had 1 fucking drop, okay? Like, everybody drops the ball. The best drop the ball. You know, that should happen. It shouldn't happen, but it does happen. Other than that, I don't think Goddard was really an issue this game. That was an egregious drop. Yeah, the ball was a little high, but it was clearly a drop pass that time. All right, we're not going to excuse it for that, but overall, this is not really Goddard's fault. Almost whatsoever. Okay? But, yeah, Hurts played fucking god-awful, and, you know, he can say the right things in a press conference, but, you know, the only thing he really needs to do is figure out, you know, how the fuck is he going to put in all of this work in the office. I mean, he needs to pull out all the goddamn quarterback coaches, go to other teams, go talk to some NFL legends, run some drills. And I hear everybody say, well, let's get Russell Wilson. No, we're not taking a fucking cap hit for Russell Wilson, okay? It's not happening. Let's get Deshaun Watson. I would love Deshaun Watson, but then again, what kind of fucking organization will we be to give up on a player that we, you know, he was our first pick in the 2nd round last year, so we you know, not last year, but the year prior. So apparently we saw something, and you don't just give up on your fucking player like that. He's capable of throwing the ball down the field. He's just inaccurate. He doesn't take what the defense gives him, and he needs to work on his mechanics. And honestly, like, his vision is god awful. I don't know how the fuck. I don't know if he watches film at all or what he gets from the film, but whatever the fuck it is, it's clearly not working. And I'm not going to defend him. He was, I would say, 90%, not really 90. I would say 80 to 85% of the reason why that we lost. Okay. So let's talk about the defense. The crazy part about it is, as much as I got on Alex Singleton, he was clearly the best player on that defense yesterday. He had 10 tackles, so he actually played pretty well in my, well, not really in my play. He actually did play pretty well. Kerrigan finally was on the fucking jersey number. The pass rush overall was the best part of our defense. The defensive play calling was fucking horrific. Gannon ass needs to go. Like, listen. I fuck with Caldwell because he kept us, we were the best team as far as the best team in the NFL, or at least contending to be that way with our pass rush and our running defense. I mean, again, we have no fucking strengths whatsoever. Our pass rush has been, you know, slowly but surely picking up to be elite again, but we gotta clean up house. Like Fletcher Cox, I love him. He's the guy's a legend, but he needs to go somewhere else or retire, one or the other. Our linebackers obviously play like kids, and they look like kids. Like, there's nobody with size, there's nobody that plays with athleticism, no aggression on that. Again, like I said before, Singleton played well, but let's keep it. And TJ Edwards played decent. He was MIA, but, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, TJ Edwards is okay, but we really need we need to draft a lot of fucking linebackers. Okay, we really do. Secondary was just like, literally, listen, if you watch the game, the Buccaneers fucking coasted on offense. They literally were able to do whatever the fuck they wanted to do, right? And this is what, mind you, without Chris Godwin, who's like damn near Brady's favorite target, and also without Leonard Fournette. So it was pretty embarrassing. I'd like to say the least. It was awful. They pretty much able to do whatever the fuck they wanted to do, both passing and running the football. It was atrocious. I never say defense as a whole that kept us in it. No, the whole defense as a whole did not keep us in it. It was the pass rush, and then Singleton did what he could. Okay? And Sirianni's play call was fucking just disgusting. Disgusting. Okay? And then the coach of the year shit, if he gets it, I'm not going to be outraged, but I will say something about it on Twitter. Okay? So, ending this shit, because I don't want to spend all day talking about the fucking Eagles and their problems. I think it's pretty evident what needs to be done. Hurts is going to have to, man, he's going to have to, go through some of the most intense fucking workouts and training he ever has in his life, because he needs to progress so much for next year. Otherwise, his ass is out of here. Sirianni, you got to make better. You got to do better play. You either need to hire an offensive coordinator to do your work for you, like, fucking the Cowboys coach. Mike McCarthy hired Kellen Moore. Okay? You need to do that because you're capable of actually calling good plays. Gannon ass needs to go immediately. Like, there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. He fucking sucks as a defensive coordinator. He needs to go. He made our team worse. Alright? Period, point blank, the end. Okay? Miles Sanders probably not going to be an Eagle next year. So we need to get a guy like Mark Ingram, who not only is a talented running back, though he's older, he's a great locker room guy. We need people like him to go after him. I don't know what asset we can do to move up, because clearly Will Anderson Jr. is the best defensive player in this draft, but we need to figure out a way we can go obtain him, because we desperately fucking need linebackers in this draft. And I know Howie Roseman's not looking for it, because like I said, he is allergic to winning, and so is the rest of the fucking Eagles organization. It is apparent. And I feel so fucking bad for Devontae Smith. I mean, listen, not only did we not involve our best fucking receiver until it was way too late, Jalen Hurts was just like, I really feel bad for the man. He was just looking up in the sky like, please God, why am I here? That's the look of a guy that's going to demand a trade. You don't want to do that, not to a franchise cornerstone player, okay? I'm going to be honest. If we're going to take a cap hit this year, we need to go after Bobby Wagner. Yes, I know everybody's saying Bobby Wagner in Seattle, they seem like they're going to good terms, but keep in mind, Bobby Wagner's not taking a pay cut, and I don't blame him. He's been leading the league in tackles for like the last 3-4 years. I'm not like, you're not taking a fucking pay cut. He's like damn near the best. He's literally the best defensive player that they have, and he's been there since the fucking beginning of Legion of Boom. I'm not taking a fucking pay cut. So yeah, we need to go after Bobby Wagner. To be honest, I don't know. We probably have to get some assets for him because he's been leading the league in tackles. He might have led the league in tackles this year too, so we might have to give him some assets for him. Whatever the fuck we have. I really don't know who's valuable enough to, or what draft picks we have are valuable to acquire Bobby Wagner. Or draft Will Anderson for that matter, but we desperately need linebackers. A lot of them. We need a lot of fucking great linebackers. Linebackers that look the part and play the part. We need it. Desperately. That's all the fuck I gotta say. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on both my social medias. You know what they are. I don't feel like repeating them. I'm out of here, y'all. I'm fucking.